Welcome back to Ozarks Live. You know, World AIDS Day is December 1st. This year, something very special is coming to Springfield to mark the occasion. A portion of the AIDS quilt, and our friend Wade Shelton is Community Development Coordinator for APO. Good to see you, Wade.
Good to see you all. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
This is some exciting news.
It is exciting news. It's a great honor. We're very proud. APO has been around now for 36 years. On October 31st will be our 36th anniversary. And 40 years ago, the word AIDS came into our vocabulary. And 36 years ago also was the first stitch was sewn for the National AIDS Memorial, the quilt, as it's known as.
Yes. Right.
And we are very honored to be bringing a portion of that quilt in for World AIDS Day for a 5-day exhibition this year.
You say a portion because the quilt itself is huge.
Yeah.
It is huge. It weighs 54 tons.
Oh my gosh.
It has over, I'm going to get my numbers wrong, I think it's over 50,000 panels.
That's what I have here in my notes, about
50,000 panels, and we're bringing in just 32 panels, which represents over 230 people who have died from AIDS. So that just gives you an idea. On the true full quilt, it's over 105,000 people is what would be on that.
Unbelievable. Now, I understand it's the largest community arts project in history.
It is. I think it just kind of fell into that, but that is one of the things that it is known for.
Because each one of these is handcrafted to memorialize someone.
That's right. We have a couple people that I know of, or groups, that are currently working on creating a panel for someone that they knew that passed away from AIDS, and they're going to be bringing it to it. Wow. Presenting it to us, and then we send it back to San Francisco.
So this quilt is like a living document. It just keeps growing and growing and growing.
Yes.
It's terrible that it has to, but what a memorial.
It is. It is. What a memorial it is.
Come a long way, though, and not, I mean, in a great part to organizations like APO that does so much to help people. So years ago when I worked in Columbia, Missouri at KMIZ, I helped unfold the AIDS quilt when it came through there. And it was put out on a floor of a gym on top of some protective, I understand now they don't do it that way anymore.
They don't necessarily make it a requirement to do that. We will have a very small opening ceremony-like thing for mainly the volunteers on the setup day, and there will be a unfurling of one piece of the banner in a ceremony that I'm creating. So that will take place, and then the difference with what you've experienced in us is we're not allowed to put it on the floor anymore. They tried to protect it even more, so it will all be hanging from the rafters, so to speak, of National Avenue Christian Church. With gloved hands. With gloved hands and all, it will be hanging.
When is this all happening?
So the exhibition will open on World AIDS Day, which is always December 1st. We will open it that day, and it will run from 5 days through December 5th. And December 1 and 2, it'll be open from noon to 9, and then the 3rd and 4th will be open from 10 to 9, and the 5th will be noon to 4:30, I believe. You're making me remember things now.
Talk about meaningful, though. When you stop and stand in front of one of those and you think about the life that was lost and the people who stitched every little bit of this in memoriam, it's very moving.
It is very moving because a lot of the panels are not just, just a person's name. A lot of the panels will have true things that came from that person's life. Like there may have been someone that was a nurse, and it's their scrubs that have been made into a quilt, a quilt block, if you will. There may be somebody who was a daycare person who worked at a daycare. And so there'll be blockings of a lot of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the alphabet and stuff like that. It's very real. It's very tangible. Even though we won't be allowed to touch it, the visitors, it is something very real.
Can people donate, contribute to this work?
Absolutely.
Because you have to ship it around. You may not be able to work with a needle, but you can help other people.
That's exactly right. Yes, you can absolutely do that, especially for the one coming into Springfield. We are definitely looking for those that assistance to bring it in, to shipping it back, for the setup and so forth. You can always visit the APO website to our event page and find out more about this exhibit coming in.
That's great for World AIDS Day. You could go to Facebook, AP Ozarks, or apo-ozarks.org. Wade Shelton, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
We'll be right back.